It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. The family of a young man killed in a motorcycle crash at West Wallsend is expected to formally identify him today. Police say he'd just travelled onto the M1 exit to the Newcastle Link Road yesterday afternoon when he lost control and crashed. Paramedics treated him at the scene, but he died a short time later. A woman remains in a serious but stable condition in the John Hunter Hospital after being knocked down by a drunk driver at Nelson Bay. The 25-year-old was walking along Magnus Street early Sunday morning when she was hit by a Mazda utility. The vehicle then crossed the road and collided with the front of a house. Police say the driver, a 43-year-old man, later returned a blood alcohol reading of .170. He's due to face court next month. Giving someone the keys to the city is seen as a prestigious and respected tradition, but last week's decision to give the keys to Newcastle to a reality TV star has left a bad taste in many residents' mouths. The recipient of the keys, Jackie Gillies, starred in The Real Housewives of Melbourne and is said to be a close friend of the Lord Mayor. Former Newcastle candidate and community advocate Kath Elliott says the system to award the city's keys should be more than one person's decision.
Not just pick somebody who's on television and think, well, they used to live here, that's great, and they're a friend of mine, I'll give them the keys to the city. As I say, I don't have any problem with Jackie Gillies, she's probably a lovely person, but the problem I have is that our Lord Mayor has just gone unilaterally out, decided she wanted to do something, did it.
Former Patterson MP Bob Baldwin has ruled out a return to politics. He's being touted as a candidate for the upcoming Newcastle City Council elections. The former Liberal MP has confirmed he was approached to run, but says his time in politics is done and it's time for someone else to take up the role. Cessnock City Council is welcoming the finding of a new report which calls for action to be taken to protect rail corridors in the Hunter. Mayor Bob Pinson is supporting the finding and would particularly like to see more progress on the Lower Hunter Freight Corridor. He says there's a great opportunity to expand transport corridors across the Hunter.
The opportunity to grow transport, board and infrastructure links right across the Lower Hunter, and as I said, as our population grows, we need those infrastructure projects to enable the connectivity between the regions.
Hunter organisations involved in improving water safety are being encouraged to apply for the Water Safety Fund Community Grants program, which is now open. With 41 people having drowned last summer, Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott McDonald, is urging community groups dedicated to preventing further tragedies to apply. He says the program is looking for organisations involved in educating the community about risky behaviour in the water.
Drowning is about complacency. In many instances, it's about not understanding the risks and unusual risks. Good ideas that can address those, particularly the risky behaviour, talking about dangers around unpatrolled locations. Some of our communities are certainly in higher risk end, so targeting people like that could even include international visitors. So, looking for a better result in the upcoming summer.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Adamstown coach Nick Webb was unable to overcome his old club yesterday as the Rosebuds went down 3-0 to Broadmeadow in NPL action. Cale Bradbury scored a double, and the win means Broadmeadow remain in the hunt for the finals. They're only a point from fourth spot and 3 from first. The Newcastle Knights have been left to rue what may have been once again after blowing a half-time lead for the 9th time this season on Saturday night. Their 12-6 lead at half-time turned into a 34-22 Broncos win, but coach Nathan Brown says there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, we're all disappointed. The players, the staff, everyone's disappointed, but also optimistic that there certainly is a good football team within the group of young players as they keep developing.
Newcastle wheelchair racer Kurt Fernley has missed out on a medal at the World Para-Athletics Championships in London overnight. It was a close race though. He finished 6th in the 1500 metres, only a second behind first place. And Gosford has retained their undefeated record in Hunter hockey action with a 6-1 win over Maitland yesterday. And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 25, 44, 41, 1, 11 and 22, and the supplementaries are 9 and 23. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.